It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Houston Texans and the Detroit Lions. And it comes your way next.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Hewitt. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Jake Bates now ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Dameon Pierce now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion, but this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. C.J. was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, we're one snap in, and already this defense has potentially killed this opening drive. And remember how valuable every possession is in the NFL. Talk about setting an immediate tone by this defense.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On third and long, it's Stroud. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at fourth and long.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Texans going to kick this away on fourth, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Escapes a defender. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
Kate, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows what he is and what he isn't when it comes to his skills, and it's why he's been able to flourish in multiple places and why he continues to sustain a lot of success in this league.
Goff taking right to the air. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one, and that gives the Lions the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First down, ball at the 36. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Finds his man, it's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's gotten it down to the 30 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Off play action, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Offense to the line for second down. Another try following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. From the gun, Goff. That's caught for the first. And in for the Detroit touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Pierce now on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. This Texans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. This is ahead for about 5. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Stroud from the pistol. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Stroud now on third. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, Stroud. And the man is there to knock that away.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. To the air yet again. It's Stroud. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans reach pay dirt for the first time this game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans tie this game 7-7. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Khalif Raymond to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. Detroit getting its offense set for their second drive. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Goff back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. On first down, it's Goff. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Goff to the air now. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. And third and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a fourth down instead.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. Out now come the Texans on offense. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Stroud. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Got his target. It's Higgins. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the gun, Stroud. Into traffic, complete. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now motion him out of the backfield. Hit some space around midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Stroud. On target to his man Higgins. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. That's incomplete left side. Try getting it to Nico Collins. So it'll be 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long. Into the hands of Schultz. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Stroud. This throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Texans take a 2nd quarter lead. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's Raymond on the return. And look at this return. And an excellent return here sets them up almost at midfield. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. They've stalled out since that first touchdown, Brock, while their opponents have done the opposite. They've heated up, and their original 7-point lead, now a deficit of 7.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Goff on 1st and 10. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. So 2nd down coming up.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he was able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's Goff. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Now Goff. Into the hands of Gibbs. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
The Lions readying for the punt. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Texans' drive is going to start from deep in their own territory. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Stroud off the play fake. Cut out left. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. On play action, here's Stroud. He puts some air under this one, deep right. He's got it inside the 25. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans take a 13-point lead. Nico Collins with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans double their lead to 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Craig Reynolds to return it. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The offense headed out now for Detroit. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. They've got a man in motion. 1st down from the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Has it down close. Touchdown, Detroit. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with a touchdown.
Bates now for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Set to return, this is Braxton Berrios. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Texans and C.J. Stroud all set to go for their next drive. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Higgins makes the catch. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. To the air, Stroud. Taken in by Kirk right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Texans looking for a score before halftime. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Back to throw, Stroud. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. from the 32. Schultz with the catch. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
First down, Stroud. This is complete to Schultz. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, Stroud. Catch is made in close. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Fullback trying to power it across. And he's over the line and in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans grow their lead just before halftime. Nobody counted on a return trip to the end zone for him, partner, and maybe that's why it worked out for his 2nd score this game.
Yeah, and if 2's good, make him stop this fullback because the dude is on fire.
Let's go. Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans double their lead to 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's Raymond on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Lions gonna go on offense here late in the half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First down throw from Goff. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Goff on 1st and 10. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Throwing again. It's Goff. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. From the gun, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Jack Fox on to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So no return on that punt. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. All right, snap and a quick kneel down, and the final few seconds are going to elapse here in our 1st half. We've come to halftime. The Texans in unfriendly confines, but hey, they've got the lead. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's Raymond on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here comes the offense for Detroit to begin the 2nd half. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now gone. He finds Laporta. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They go play action with Goff. He's trying to push the field. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And it's going to be 2nd down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Laporta with the grab. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. They'll send their tight end right. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
I guarantee you QB wants that throw back. I know most are perfectionists, and when it's caught just a bit out of bounds, you know it could have been just a little more accurate.
So out now comes the punter. Jack Fox will kick it away. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. The Texans are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Staying between the tackles with Mixon. He'll cobble together a yard there. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Completed to Collins. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. A handoff for Mixon, running right. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here's Stroud. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. A A fifth defensive back into the game for the Lions. Third down coming. Shotgun now for Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended target. And that brings up 4th and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Everly's kick is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's Raymond on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now the Lions offense gets ready to return to the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Out of the shotgun, Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to push one deep down the right. Clean breakup on that throw. And that brings up 4th and short.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. To the air, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
The challenge with so many sacks is it just disrupts everything in the rhythm and timing of your offense. All of these negative plays. Hey, this league and this game is hard enough when you're on schedule. All of these sacks set you behind the chains. Well, you've seen how disruptive it is for this offense.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. He'll get this one to Brooks. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's got him, that's Mixon. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
The Texans set to punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Lions will go on offense. Ball at the 33 for first down. Off play action, Goff. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. Hauled in left side. He's got to gain a 6 there. That stop coming from Henry To'o.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Here's Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that gives the Lions the first.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. On first down, it's Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again, following the sack. St. Brown's got it, complete. And that will not be enough for a first down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. The Texans bringing out an extra DB. Third down coming up. Shotgun snap here to Goff. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Gibbs now from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Goff. Catch is made in close. And in for the Detroit touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Bates now for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Lions cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Pierce now on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Texans ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. Pass caught by Mixon. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing now off play action. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, Stroud. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down, too. Excellent work. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio. This guy just creates matchup.
Well, Dan Campbell never shy when he disagrees with a call, and he's thrown the red flag here. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
So the challenge ends up successful. He, in fact, did not get both feet in. This is incomplete. They're out now, ready to punt it. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Secures this at the 17. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Lions getting ready to return to the field. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Goff setting to throw. This is complete to Gibbs. And he reaches the 35 before going out. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Goff on 1st and 10. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10. It's Goff. Pass complete to Gibbs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Goff. Into the hands of Gibbs. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Lions the 1st.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They go play action with Goff. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
1st down throw from Goff. It's taken in by Williams. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it down close. Touchdown, Detroit. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, it kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him. A field goal would tie this game in the 4th. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Barrios now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Offense liked how that play went. They choose to decline the penalty. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. A give left side. Here's Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Takes off right out of the read option. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Stroud throwing here on 1st. He's got him. That's Mixon. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Keeping it with Mixon. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. On the ground again with Mixon. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Third and 4 coming up now. He'll throw it. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line.
Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
No change to the call on the field, so that play's going to remain a touchdown. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans make it a 10-point ball game. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Reynolds with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Lions offense returning to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He finds Laporta. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
From the 31. Throw complete to Williams. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
No timeouts and down 2 scores. They've got to find points quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Off play action, Goff. Trying to push it deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. Finds Laporta. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
Throwing now. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. On 1st down, it's Goff. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
One final shot here. Need this to force overtime. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying, they kept taking shots to the very end, but now we have reached that end. This one's over. So the Texans come away with the road win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.